Hello, Hans here from Scale by Tech. In this video, I'm gonna show how I created a no-code app and the process of me doing it. So I created Human Forge, which enables you to create avatars and ghostwriters really, really fast, including bio profile images. Let's just look at what it does, and then we'll go ahead on the back end afterwards. So you can go here and sign up. You can enter your email. You can do, if you add plus and then something else, you can have multiple email to the same um, accounts or to the same services. So you can sign up here. Once you are in, it will be pretty simple. You can create avatars, but not until you start your trial. So if you go to settings, you can see start trial. If you create avatar, start trial. So we're gonna start a trial. Once you click here, it will automatically give you some credits. You can buy 100 credits for 12 USD, and then you can start to create digital avatars. So let's select a gender, male, young adult, skin color, Asian, occupation, farmer, long hair, strong looking, lives in Canada, something like that. While that is processing, I'll just go ahead and create another avatar just to be sure. Let's take female, adult, skin color, white, occupation, bartender, long blonde hair, cute smile, lives in Oslo. Create avatar. So now we can see it started to write the bio. The image is still processing. Takes a lot more time than the text does. So we add the text first, and then we add the image when it's done. So we now have Kai Sang. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. There we got an image. So a strong and dedicated farmer in his late 20s. So this is Kai. Okay. We can now start to, like, we have a full bio here with full name. We have a short bio, long bio, age, gender, address, occupation, marital status, sorry, children, hobbies and interests, personality traits, values and beliefs, goals and motivations, challenges and pain points, and notable achievements. What we can do here, if you can of course like rewrite this, update your avatar, and then you can copy all the text and paste that into TXT document, WordPress, whatever you want. You can copy all the text here, all these fields at one click, copy that, paste it wherever you want, Google Doc. You can start to download the images. You can download this image. We can then generate more images of Kai here. So in a cafe drinking coffee, we can start to generate images. Click here, and it will start generating 4 more images of Kai here in a cafe drinking coffee. And then we can say hiking in the mountains. I didn't spell that correctly. Mountains. There we go. And we can of course select the aspect ratio here. So if we want to be more selfie-ish, we'll do that. And then in a few minutes, we'll get some more images here. So let's see if Ingrid here's done. Looking good. So Ingrid here is a 32. Yeah, that fits okay. Bartender. I don't know how many bartenders. 32. Anyways, residing in Oslo. So like this is what it does. It creates digital avatars, and we can then say in a cafe drinking coffee, maybe hiking. We want something like that. Generate. And this is the app, like generating multiple avatars, getting all the bios and all the information. So yeah, I'll just pause and let's see. While they are generating, I'll go over here and just talk about the process of building a no-code app. So I wanted something that was like a simple idea. I wanted to solve a problem that I encountered before, and more or less like I have created a lot of websites and created a lot of fake writers, ghost writers. So I wanted a tool that could help me produce these ghostwriter profiles with images, and we can produce more images for social media accounts, do that faster. So I built this app. Um, and I wanted to be easy to build. Like I wanted a tool, some tools that was easy to build. Like I know there is a Bubble and Flutterflow and a lot of other ones, but I'll come to that. They are no code, but it's not always that simple. Awesome. Source. So let's take a look at the tech stack here. I choose to use Adalo because it was by far the easiest one to get started with. So for the front end, I'm using Adalo. Also for the database backend, we're also using Adalo's built-in database due to the fact that using external databases like Sano or like other stuff, Airtable, whatever you want, but Airtable isn't scalable. That was just the simplest way to do that. I chose N8N for the automation backend because it's cheap when you self-host it and it's self-contained. So I also wanted something that was self-contained that I could give to someone else. So if I wanted to give this app to someone, it's pretty simple to transfer all of like the tech stack that I chose. I also added Google Cloud Storage because it is insanely cheap and robust. So I want like this app is for creating images and a lot of images. So I didn't want storage to become an issue, which is why I added Google Cloud Storage as a feature to it. The APIs I'm using is OpenAI for the LLM, and Go API in order to generate images. We can generate Midjourney and Flux images with the Go API. Then there's the cost, because it does cost money to build this. So the most expensive part of this is the app builder. And I chose to go with the higher tier Adalo because on the cheaper plans, you don't get access to the Adalo API. And you need access to the Adalo API in order to utilize their built-in databases. And there's a reason. I'll show you the backend of Adalo. There's a reason I chose to use Adalo's backend databases, and why I paid this higher price. Because even like I could use the Sano free tier, and yeah, long story short, it didn't work. So this was by far the easiest and actually also the cheapest option for building. Then N88, self-hosted for 16 per month, can be scaled. Adalo can be scaled. Cost that scales to begin with. The Google Cloud Storage, it costs like nothing until you hit like gigabytes of data. So it scales with usage. OpenAI scales with usage. It's approximately $0.03 per avatar generation, and Go API scales with usage. It's just pay per use. Also around 3 cents per image generation. So here's the biggest cost is actually time cost. I used 5 days, worked 5 days on it over a 7-day period, and approximately 5 hours per day, give or take. So around 25 hours in total, and you have to calculate what your time is worth. Some may be able to do this faster. I think I'm pretty fast at doing stuff. So now for the profit, and like you build an app because you want to make profit, and yeah, for this one it's not really there. And again, it's not why I built it. I want to gain experience and solve a real problem before I moved on to more profitable. At the moment, I'm selling it at $12 per 100 credits. 1 credit equals 1 avatar or 1 image generation. So it will deduct that from your credit base. At 70% utilization, it will cost $4.5 in token usage. And that gives us a profit of 7.5 per buyer or per pure caser. So that is when one person buys the 100 credits, and we expect on average that they utilize the account to 75%. That gives us 7.5 profit. And we would need to sell 29 people per month in order to break even. and that's not going to happen. So in order to make this profitable, it would need to have a bigger value add and be a subscription, in my opinion. So in order to make this a profitable app, I would need to add more value add, more functions where it's like, okay, it's not just avatars. We can also maybe chat with the avatars. So have a chat window where we build an avatar and then we start to chat with it. So you see this as a marketing tool. So you can start to chat with your specific avatar, ask it questions, and start to generate Facebook ads, specific copywriting for that avatar when you have it there. That is one use case. And just to like in the real world where I am now with no real marketing, I will probably sell 2 to 5 buyers per month, and I'll be losing $178 per month on an app. So that's going to cost me around $2,000 per year to have built an app. And you're like, everybody on YouTube's like, you can sell this app for 10,000 per month and whatever. I did it to gain experience. Mine, like in the Adalo app here, I can build multiple apps. I can build more apps, and I have some apps in the pipeline that will be a lot more profitable because they solve other problems. Let's take a look under the hood in Adalo. And I think this video is going to be on like just showing the setup here. And then in the next video, we'll go over the automation integrations with N8N, this one over here. This is how it looks. It's, in my opinion, a super nice layout for an app builder because it is visual, meaning that you get your screens and everything. Like when you're used to working with UI design, this is really, really nice. So we have a welcome screen, which I showed you over here. No, now we got some more images here. That is Kai drinking coffee, awesome sauce, and Kai out hiking, looking chic, not looking that good. Maybe, yeah. The problem is that when these are done with character reference, so whenever they like you add a character image and then it will reference that, but when the person has its back to the camera, the AI still wants to have face in the image, so they almost like break the neck when it's from the back. Anyways, looking good. And let's see if Ingrid here is out hiking. Looking good. Maybe should have added a bit more clothes. Not that good. This one's okay except for the sleeve here. Okay, let's log out. So, welcome screen. Come on. There we go. Then we have a login screen and a sign up screen. Then once these are pretty simple here. So once the sign up is done, there's a forward action to the home screen. Same for the login. And we have the sign up button here. That one, click link to sign up. And this button links, of course, the sign up links to sign up. The sign in links to the login. Maybe I should rename them so they are named the same. In here, the home screen, we have this buy more. Let me go to home. There we go. Face over here. We have this both a buy more credit. So when you run out of credit, this will appear. But also we have the start trial button. And then we have the create avatar button. Just get those back. Come on. You can do it. No, move them back in. Anyways, in here, we can set the layout of get a better example over here. So this here, the group payment, I have a payment group. The sometimes visible is set to logged in user and trial started is true. So the person needs to click on these start trial buttons in order to activate the trial. And when the trial is activated, then we show more stuff. So since we don't have a buy on like to start the account and we wanted to give a trial out, I added this trial button here, which runs a small automation and sets a Boolean function to true inside the database. So we have our databases here with users, we have age, aspect ratio, avatar images, so forth. But anyways, so when you click that start trial button, a lot of stuff will become visible. You can start create avatars. And the trial button itself also has a visible. So when trial started is false, then that will show. And the buy more credits is of course visible when the logged in user credits is less than or equal to 0. And when that happens, you can't generate any more images. So let's see, we have a home screen. When you click here, this is a list. It's just a simple list of, go here, there we have a list, go to setup. So what in Adalo, this is really like simple made. We add a list and then it asks, this is a card list. What is this a list of? It is a list of avatars. We have a database called avatars. And the filter, like what's it's going to show, it's only going to show the logged in users avatars inside our database. So inside avatars, we have a link to users. So users are the top level database thingy. Then we have users here, so we can link avatars to users. Then we have avatar images, which we can link to avatars, meaning that we can start to filter the lists. Now we'll come to one of the reasons why I chose to use the internal databases of Adalo, because like here we have logged in user avatar and where is it? It's something in advanced. Give me a sec. And there it was. Advanced options. We have auto refresh and load items as user is scrolling. This functionality is not available if you're using external databases, meaning like, and this is a really important feature in this type of app because we can be dealing with an account where they have a lot of avatars and a lot of avatar images, meaning that the auto refresh is just a nice feature where you saw that processing thingy. So when you sign in, and you create a new avatar, I'm out of credits, but I can add more credits to my own account because I have admin access. And there we go. I now have more credits. So if we select young adult, skin color, black, occupation, waiter, no, yeah, doesn't matter. Long hair, uh, glasses, I don't know, something like that. Lives in USA. Create avatar. When you just stay on this page and you don't refresh the page or go anywhere else, if you are using external databases, it will not auto update this view here. So it will just be processing. So unless you went somewhere else and came back, this would not update because this function here, where we have advanced options, auto refresh is only a function of Adalo's built-in databases. So yeah, that is why I went with the 200 USD per month thingy. And then load items as user is scrolling. That comes in handy when we go into, for example, Ingrid here. And then we start to generate a lot more like images. So we'll say 16 by 9, generate her drinking coffee, and then jumping on a hill, 16 by 9, generate, whoops, and then drinking a like a bear. That would be funny. I wonder if we could do that. What would happen if we drinking a bear? Like, let's try that as well. Anyways, when we start to generate a lot of images, it will slow the app down if it had to load all the images. So if there were like 200 images, it would significantly slow down the load time and experience of the app, which means that having this here enabled by default, load items as user is scrolling, is a really important feature for an image generation app like this. So there's a reason behind the madness of me going with Adalo's internal databases here. So using these internal databases here. Okay, glad we got that out of the way. Then we have a delete function. So it's pretty, like, I'm not going to go over everything. It's just going to show the rest of the work here. So here we have a first icon. We set the delete icon for that. We link to a delete avatar modal. This is a pop-up, and it will pop up this one here where it says delete avatar. Are you sure? Yes, we are. When you click yes on that, it's gonna go to this modal pop-up where it's gonna wait 2 seconds and then it's gonna jump back here. The reason for that is we have maybe I did that before I implemented just using the internal databases. Can't remember. But anyways, we're just gonna make sure that we delete the avatar before jumping back, and then it refreshes the page. So here, when you click on your avatar, you have already seen this. We have this setup where we have all the information. And when you click into this, you can start to add, here we have full name. So we can reference with add magic text. Very magical. So, so since when you click on an avatar, it already knows that. Go here. When you click on the avatar here, we say link, click action, and then we link to avatar page here. And I think when you do that, it automatically links like the avatar here over to this page. So this page is now referencing that specific avatar, meaning that the things that you put on the page, for example, this image here, we want the image source to be URL because we hosted all the images on Google Cloud storage. We add that to a field in the database, and then we simply link the current avatars, and then we find the URL. So we go down here, and at some point there's this avatar profile image. So that is this one, profile image. And you can then start to add information from that record. So the full name here is avatar full name. We add the long bio, so we write long bio and then we reference the long bio. And I just added a form here because then we have all the information, avatar, current avatar. And over here we have another list, which is, what is this a list of? It is a list of avatar images, but we don't want to have all the avatar images. We only want the avatar images that are linked to our current avatar. So the filter is current avatar, avatar images, because inside of our database here, avatar images, we have added a link. So when you add a property, let's just show how that works. We want I don't think I can add more relations to that. Let's just do an aspect ratio here. True, false. No, there we go. Relationship. I could add it. So relationship, I can add a relationship, for example, to a user. And then it's going to ask me, how are users and avatar images related? So a user have multiple avatar images, so forth. That is what we did with an avatar here. So we added the link from avatar images to avatar, and we said one avatar can have multiple avatar images. When we create the images on the backend in the automation space, we pass along the avatar's ID, and that ID is used to link the images back to the avatar. Long explanation, just telling you that when we're going to display these avatar images, we're going to filter them using that relationship, meaning that we're only going to see the images that is like related to that avatar. And here, these are the last two. We have a view profile image. That is when you click on the profile image, that's the modal pop-up. You can download the profile image here. And then we have view avatar misc images. That is all the other ones over here. So when you click on her cooling herself with a beer, this modal pops up. And we can then set that as the profile image if we find something that is better suited. So drinking beer, like, let's set that as the profile image. Maybe this one here is better. So now that is the profile image. Let's see. Drinking coffee. I think that was jumping on a hill. She's very happy. Maybe a bit too happy. This is a good profile image as well, in my opinion. But yeah, so that is the overview of a how to build a no-code app. And you can deploy this. I built this as a web app first, so in desktop view. Then we had to redo the all the layout so it would fit in all the different modes. They tell you, if you read some of the documentation, that it's best to start designing in mobile view and then tweaking the rearranging the layout to tablet and then to desktop. And I would suggest doing that. Start in mobile, start with the smallest screen possible, and then scale it up because it's much harder to scale it down. And then for publishing, we added a custom domain, so it's published under www.humanforge.app. And you can just go there and do a trial. What you can also do is you can publish to Android App Store and iOS App Store within the platform. You just have to add your Apple credentials and whatever. They have awesome guides for this. So you can build a fully fledged app with this system here or with Adalo and publish it natively to app stores or just publish it to web. It actually works pretty well just having I can't remember what's it called. When you download the app as an icon thingy to your phone. So I can actually show you. I have it right here. There we go. This one. That's the app. And it works pretty well on mobile. So I actually don't have that much more, uh, other than it was a great process. I learned how to build apps, especially with Adalo, and it can do a lot. Like in my opinion, this is a great app builder for simple builds when you don't want to do too much and you want to be guided and has some good like frames and stuff that just looks good out of the box. This is a very good solution. So I hope you learned something and found it interesting. In the next video, I'm going to show you how the automation stuff works. So this is the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different automations that is running the app. Actually only 9 because this one here isn't used anymore. But yeah, I'll go over that in the next video because that's going to be a lot more technical. So have a great day and see you in the next video.